My first exposure to The Hobbit came from my uncle. I was visiting one day, I was 9 or 10 years old, and he came downstairs with his ratty, dog-eared paperback. He looked very serious as he handed it to me and he said, "You must read this." So of course, with a recommendation like that, I did. Now, I'd read many books, mostly classics. This was different. This book struck me not as a story, but as a doorway into another world that I had always suspected was there. I think part of the reason for that is that Tolkien's world is so much more deeply realized than other fictional worlds. Tolkien himself had so many talents, from a writer to artist to linguist to historian, and he poured that into his work. So I felt like I had fallen into the middle of a true tale in progress, and it felt like more than a story. It felt like being home. So as I read The Hobbit for the first of many, many times, I loved the rich tapestry of cultures and places woven throughout. I love the honest way the characters are portrayed and the marvelously entertaining dialogue. Just about everyone and everything speaks in The Hobbit, from birds to trolls to dragons to eagles to spiders, and it's by what people say that we learn about them, about what's in their hearts. For example, overhearing the trolls' conversation about squashing the dwarves into jelly is so much more horrifying than simply reading a narrator's statement about their intentions, you see. And then of course there's Gollum, a villain that Tolkien manages to make creepy, wicked, and yet deeply sympathetic all at the same time. So I was hooked, and so began my lifelong passion for Tolkien's work. When I heard that Sir Peter Jackson was bringing The Hobbit to life on the big screen, I thought, I must be a part of that, maybe get a role as an extra. So I started a campaign called I Want to Be in the Hobbit Movies. Original, I know. I wrote some scenes based on the book and performed them as a goblin. Sadly, I did not get a role, but I did have a lot of fun, and I met some wonderful people along the way. I hope to be the #1 fan, visit New Zealand, and be one of the first to see the final installment of the Hobbit trilogy. Thank you.